Well, for 50 years now, one song has brought people to Colorado, both literally and figuratively.
The Colorado Rocky Mountain High. I've seen it rain and fire in the sky. The shadow from the starlight.
Well, here now to talk about that famous song's history and impact is Colorado's preeminent rock historian. Our friend G. Brown is back with us. He's the executive director of the Colorado Music Experience. Thanks for coming in. You have so many great stories about this song, and I think people should know the background a bit. John Denver wasn't from Colorado, but he dreamt about Colorado, and suddenly the song came to him when he was here.
He was 27 years old when he moved to Aspen, and that summer he had been to Colorado before, but camping, seeing the Perseid meteor shower that year, the most spectacular thing if you're an amateur astronomer. He took that in. There was a ferment about bringing the Olympics to Denver, to Colorado, and he was very much against that, having traveled the world at that point and seeing how it had impacted other countries. So all that was in his head, and he wrote something that became part of the vernacular. That was really the thing he was proudest of, is that anyone, not anyone, but you can write a hit, but something that enters the ferment like that.
So
really
50 years ago, the song comes out, and you talk about writing a hit, but it wasn't a hit right away. Like a lot of songs, it didn't hit right away until it found its legs, and then it became the song of legend.
Yeah, but things happened differently back then, the machinations of the industry, radio play. It was John's first top 10 album, album. At that point, he had come out of the Chad Mitchell trio, written Leaving on a Jet Plane, #1 record for Peter, Paul, and Mary, but really hadn't hit his stride. He debuted the song at Red Rocks that summer of '72, prior to the album's release. I imagine it went over pretty well, but
well, that's what I wonder about, because you know, he debuts the song, and you would think that would become it is a sing-along song at any concert, or was forever. But at that point, when people hadn't heard it, I just wonder how it might have gone over that night at Red Rocks.
Oh, I think he did well that way. What was on the radio at that point, you know, a lot of, you know, rock guitarists in blue jeans, you know. I mean, John was never cool, right?
Right.
He was fantastic, but he wasn't cool in a lot of people's eyes.
It changed Colorado, too, the way the world saw Colorado, and people started to come here because of that song.
How many dozens of people have I met over the years who moved here specifically upon hearing that song? And in the aftermath of that, you'd be in New Zealand. You say you're from Colorado. John Denver, first thing out of people's mouths. John Elway came after that.
So I looked it up. It's 25 years tomorrow since he died in that plane crash. And you always wonder what his life would have been like. He was only 53 years old at the time. But, you know, this song goes on to become the second official state song of Colorado. And you just think, what a giant footprint.
I think John would have been very active still. He would have had a career renaissance at this point.
Yeah.
And also, I think he would really be involved in environmental issues, climate change. He'd be getting Greta on tour with him, right?
Well, it's amazing to think of what it's done, what it's meant to so many people over 50 years. You know, there are those songs that do live 50 years, but none are as specific to our state as this one. This one seems to resonate so well.
He was such an amazing musician that was kind of lost to time. You never heard another musician say anything disparaging about him. Perfect pitch, working with the best and brightest string arrangers, people that knew the craft of record making. He was a special talent.
Well, happy 50th anniversary to the song that became the second official state song of Colorado. And G, as always, we appreciate you coming in here and enlightening us a little bit further.
Always good seeing you, my friend.
Thank you. Scotty belong with our Game of the Week choices when we come back.
Shadow